Reverence, reverence. Mother Nature cry blood. Mother Nature cry blood. We need you, Marcus Garvey. Malcolm X, Nanny up the Maroon. Sam Shark, Nelson Mandela. Paul Bogle, Martin Luther King.
Yes, this is Ira from Brooklyn, New York. Stepping in my ride today on a day when me and my brethren Big Stone is reminiscing about the great one, Peter Tosh. You know what I'm saying? I think he died when he was 42. I guess about now he should have been 76 years old, you know. And I grew up as a youth in a little village in Guyana, brethren, and we loved the music, man. The music was wonderful, you know what I'm saying? Some things, for instance, like a little one, but where I always said it, you know, only the poor man feel it, yeah. You know, kind of, yeah. And you can't fool the youths, and you can't trick the youths. Yo, Big Stone, let's go, man. Let's talk about this great one, Peter Tosh.
A very pleasant good afternoon to you, ladies and gentlemen. Today is October 19th, 2020. Today we celebrate the life, the legacy of one of the greatest reggae artists to come out of Jamaica. We're talking about Mr. Winston Hubert McIntosh, or Peter Tosh. Peter Tosh is one of my favorite artists from the 70s. As a young man growing up and thinking about who I am back then in the early 70s. And when I listened to the legendary Peter Tosh, I was moved. When I listened to Bob Marley, I was moved. And when I listened to Jah B, Bunny Wailer, I was moved. I was instantly addicted to the Wailers. Today, as we celebrate the legacy of this great man, I want to remind our fellow Jamaican that our icons mean a whole lot to us, and we should teach them to our children. Because when we teach them to our children, we're carrying on and leaving the legacy intact. Let's go to the history of who Peter Tosh really was. Tosh was born in Westmoreland, the westernmost parish of Jamaica. He was abandoned by his parents and shuffled among relatives. When McIntosh was 15, his aunt died and he moved to Trenchtown in Kingston, Jamaica. He first learned guitar after watching a man in the country play a song that captivated him. He watched the man play the same song for half a day, memorizing everything his fingers were doing. He then picked up the guitar and played the song back to the man. The man then asked McIntosh who had taught him to play. McIntosh told him that he had. During the early 1960s, as an aspiring musician, Tosh went to vocal teacher Joe Higgs, who gave free lessons to young people. Through his contact with Higgs, Tosh met Robert Nesta Marley, Bob Marley, and Neville O'Reilly Livingston, Bunny Wailer. He then changed his name to Peter Tosh, and the trio started singing together in 1962. Higgs taught the trio to harmonize, and while developing their music, they would often play on the street corners of Trenchtown, under the coolie plum tree. In 1964, Tosh helped organize the band The Wailing Wailers with Junior Brathwaite, a falsetto singer, and backup singers Beverly Kelso and Cherry Smith. Initially, Tosh was the only one in the group who could play musical instruments. During the 1960s, Peter Tosh, along with Bob Marley and Bunny Wailer, were introduced to Danny Sims and Johnny Nash, who signed the trio artists to an exclusive recording contract on Sims and Nash JAD Records label. Ladies and gentlemen, I spoke with a couple of my friends who are diehard fans of Peter Tosh. And I spoke with Roy and I spoke with Biko. And these are some of the things that they had to say in regards to Tosh music and in regards to how some of these younger youths are living and how Tosh could have made a difference if he was still alive. Take a listen.
Well, like I was saying, as far as, solutions, there aren't really any silver bullets, but you gotta start somewhere, right? And that begins with accountability. As I mentioned earlier, it starts from the top down. We have to hold our leaders accountable. They're there to ensure the security of our nation. For example, Guyana, right? Beautiful country. I would even, just for numbers' sake, even if you gave Guyana 5 million people, does have that much, just for numbers' sake, right? There's no reason that 5 million people is not really a lot, that they can't live comfortably. And the reason why that's not happening is because our leaders aren't responsible. They're not fiscally responsible. They're not socially responsible. We need better schools. More money needs to go into education. There was a time growing up when I know as a kid, I experienced what one would consider great leadership. You understand what I'm saying? And I know you growing up in Jamaica, you probably experienced it also. So what I'm talking about is not something like mythical. It does exist, right? So those are part of the solutions, right? Healthcare. There's no reason in this day and age for, like, most of these Caribbean countries, for you to have to leave your country to go to another country for a simple medical procedure. You understand what I'm saying? This is ridiculous. Jobs, right? You need a working population, right? To retain your population. You remember the brain drain theory? It's alive and well, right? People shouldn't have to leave. You're supposed to be able to live in your country, enjoy it, be able to have a sustainable job and be comfortable and stay there and build, right? Because what happens when most of us come abroad? You get stuck in that matrix. Some of us come here, you get educated and whatnot, but now where that education needs to go? Back there. But what stops us from going there? It's no promise, no hope. You understand? So imagine what it's like for the people that are living there daily going through this. You understand?
Yeah.
And we gotta feel this. This is a human condition, brother. For decades now, in a lot of countries, you see it where this colorism and this race issue is used actually as a political strategy. It has no place there, right? A leader should be for all people in his nation, right?
Cool. All right.
So if you're a leader and you're promoting, division, you're starting off on the wrong foot to begin with. And the people need to understand this.
Yeah.
I'm not going to give you 4 minutes, but here it is. The word is poverty. And we're looking for solutions. So just think about that word and the solution. I mean, most of this stuff going on are with kids out of control. Big Stone, check for the root of the problem. Poverty in why? Because guess what now? You take that same kid out of the hood and you put them in a family with some paper and then can go to a good school and then have everything and everything nice. What do you think is gonna happen, bro? We see it all the time, man. We see it all the time, This is not something that I'm not gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you something I never know about, something I didn't see. I see it all the time, but guess what? Circumstances create some dangerous kids all over the world. It's not about Jamaican guy alone, this is all over, bro. And guess what? I guess we got to start somewhere, and that place where you start is from your own home. Everybody got to kind of like look into yourself and say, okay, I'm going to start from home. You can't control every youth, you know, my brother. But we got to start somewhere. And if you can touch a few of them, that few can touch another few, it's a beginning, but you can't just sit back. As you know, you mentioned 1,000 people dead in Jamaica. Remember last year, it was how much in the year before. Remember, we talk about this stuff. Like every year we talk about the crime, the murder rate in New York versus the murder rate in Jamaica, how it was. You know what I'm saying? And my brother, we've been looking for solutions from since me and you was part of the yard since that was the 90s. The music changed in Jamaica because of violence. You remember that Luciano and Sizzla and all them youth, they come out of a cultural time when the thing was so violent with gunman music and Beanie and Bounty, that some different music started to come out of it. And that was the start, if you remember. And the brother, if we can go back to some semblance of them normalcy there. Because yo, 1,000 these are black men, women and children, you know. And it's from 3 million people. Now say it's from 12 million people. You know what I'm saying? It's our own, son. It's our own. And if we can't start, if anything we can do, my brother, is try to love the kids them and try to provide for them. It's not always easy. But I wouldn't even call the number of my children that I have, but it's small when I hear it. I could have probably been a millionaire. But you know what I'm saying? Because I never run from none of it, my bro. Now we say them perfect, you know. Because to be honest with you, one got shot the other day in his leg, 22 years old. You know what I'm saying? Going to college, and who knows with these kids these days. You know what I'm saying? Friends and partying girls, before you know it, somebody get envious of something, and something else happen.
Salute to Big Stone, Ayers. Salute to the homie Red Calf. 100.
Yeah, man, to the East Coast family, man, to Big Bro. Big Bro, what's up? To the fellas in GT, man, you guys know it. We here. Hold it up. It's the one Tosh, Earthstrong.
You cover the other hand.
Yeah, man, what is the poor man feeling?
Salute.
Thank you very much, Biko. Thank you very much, Iroy. That was powerfully said. Ladies and gentlemen, as we move forward and as we celebrate the 76th birthday of such a great Jamaican, let us look back. Let us look back on the legacy that Peter Tosh gave us. As a matter of fact, he was abused. He was in prison. He went to jail for smoking a joint. Now, because of Peter Tosh, because of the sacrifices he made, physical sacrifices he made, we're able to walk with at least 2 ounces of herb and will not get arrested. Ladies and gentlemen, Peter Tosh has always been one of my favorite Wailers. He is too close in my heart. Every time I drive through Belmont, Westmoreland, I would stop by, spend a few minutes at his mausoleum and pay my respect to a giant. Peter Tosh, I love you, man. I love your music, I love your style, I love your determination, I love your discipline. And most of all, I love the fact that you smoke the good cushion pain. But I'm gonna rub up something now, you know. Little more here, sir. Peter Tosh to the world. Big Stone, love you. I just want to leave this with our Jamaican youth because I'm 63 years old. I'm mostly focused on the youth because I want to pass the mantle to the next generation of youth. See, we're gonna do how the Chinese do it. See, the Chinese, whenever they get old, in their 70s and 80s and their 90s, the country let them spend quality time with the children. And in spending quality time with the children, they pass on the legacy. They pass on the knowledge. And that's why the Chinese is so rich in their legacy. So we have to adapt. Ain't nothing wrong in taking from one race. Look at what they took from us. We were disciplined people, but look at what it is in Jamaica. Over 1,000 people killed. We have to stop it. It not look good, it not sound good. And me personally, I ride Collins and Biko, and the whole world and the rest of Jamaicans from the outside want it shit done. Have a blessed, beautiful Earthstrong, Mr. Tosh. You came, you saw, and you delivered, sir. And to all Jamaicans who celebrate heroes, make sure you know who the heroes is. And I only have 4 heroes. Sam Sharp, Nani of the Maroon, Paul Bobo, and the great Marcus Mazana. Haile Selassie is the Almighty. Have a great Heroes Day. Thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and make your comment. And if you have not yet, subscribe to my channel.